So Andre 3000 just released a new EP called Seven Piano Sketches or something like that, and it was just okay. So usually when I preface reviews with that sort of intro, I was not usually impressed by whatever I was reviewing, but I think there's some sort of merit to be had here with this EP, starting with the album cover itself, which features a sketch of Andre 3000 and his Met Gala outfit that he wore with a giant piano on his back, which fits the title, Seven Piano Sketches, sketch of his Met Gala outfit with piano, whatever. Yeah, the album cover fits. I mean, this EP, excuse me, only has about 7 or 8 tracks, and it's only 16 minutes long. It's very short. Each track is usually about 2 minutes long. I think the longest track was maybe like 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So there's not a whole lot of stuff to unpack here. And the thing that really stands out the most here is that the recording of each track is very bare bones. So he recorded each track with his piano at home on his iPhone, except for one. And you can really tell the mixing isn't like very obviously studio quality. It sounds like it was recorded on an iPhone, which again goes back to the part where I was saying there's some sort of merit to be had here, but then again it kind of leaves a lot to be desired. Concerning what Andre 3000 has been up to this past couple years with his last album titled New Blue Sun, where it was just an hour 30 minutes of him playing the flute, which again also in itself was not bad, but I mean it was not the most mind-blowing experience ever, I should say. So yeah, in each track we have this like female voice who announces the title of the track, followed by Andre obviously playing a short piano piece. The first couple tracks feature a lot of more jazzy chords and a lot of very out of the box chord progression. And although each passage of the tracks, are very simple, there's some joyful, I guess, playfulness with each of the tunes and the melodies. Although some of them are very, very simplistic and almost kind of repetitive. Like I said, because each track is so short and there's only 16 minutes of music in this EP, it's really hard to kind of dissect because there's not a lot to dissect, which also leads to the big problem of that I have with this EP, and that it just leaves you wanting more. There's stuff I can find good in this EP. It's just that there's just not much to work with here. Like for example, third to last track or the last track, I can't even remember which track it was. Some of these titles for these tracks are just insane, but just some tracks where it's just the same melody repeating for a minute and a half, and like it just kind of leaves you with like, that's it. I believe there's one standout moment in this EP where I think it was the second to last track where, like I said, it was just a simple piano melody, but then the outro fades out with like this like reverb, and then like the reverb just keeps expanding, and it's kind of like, it's very ethereal in a sense. Yeah, so I mean, it's really hard to come up with any more opinions about this song. Sorry if you just heard that outside my window because it's open. There's a car driving by. Anyways, yeah, so there's just not a whole lot to really dive into this, and that's just my biggest problem, is that there's just not enough. Very laid back and very stripped back, almost to its detriment. And yeah, there's nothing I dislike about this EP from Andre. It's just I just needed more from this, if that makes sense. So overall, I would give this EP like 60, 65 out of 100. Somewhere around there. Like I said, it was just fine. Honestly, not too impressive. Although, like I said, there are some really interesting jazz progressions, and there's a couple interesting tunes, but just not enough for me to warrant a higher score than that. So yeah, that's my review of 3 piano sketches, and hopefully I still know what title this album EP is actually called, because I'm probably not gonna remember. Okay, so thank you for watching. Leave a comment down below about what you thought about this review or the EP itself. I'll see you guys later.